With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out, and he returns this to the 22.
Let's go now. Bring it. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Ready.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, here's Stroud. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
George Pickens, his intended receiver there. And it's second down.
Ready.
Again on second down, it's Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Stroud out of the gun here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of D'Amico Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Cousins. Now looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Inside the 20. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Harris running straight ahead. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing now is Stroud. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Mustang 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let go.
3rd and goal, Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Kene Nwangu. 75 yards. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cup 19, Cup 19. Dragon 60. Ready.
And Stroud now to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Buffalo 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Smith to return it. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Cousins. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They hand this off to Harris. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here's 3rd and 3. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Open man is Higgins. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Stroud on third down now. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, their first two drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Texans will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Stroud to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A first down throw for Cousins. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw, Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. One play, 75 yards. And the Ravens take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kene Nwangu. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Texans 14, Ravens 10. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
70 Timberwolves.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready.
Stroud looking to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Here we go, here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight.
The throwing again is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19.
They run again with Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Harris fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. Now here's Johnson. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the check.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stroud now on 2nd down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Cousins on 1st down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of... Down the numbers. There he goes. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Man, 220 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kene Nwangu with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 15. Now Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Up the middle, Nwangu. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Stroud's throw complete there to Bateman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a first down carry for Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Harris on second down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Stroud. Dancing to his left. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the Texans scoop it, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like...
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 37 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now, that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Here we go. Shot.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw into the hands of Kirk. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris from 13 yards out. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On the ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Stroud to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Daniel Bellinger there to make the grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Johnny Hecker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And taken right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard
Ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now.
Warriors 70. Let's go.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Stroud on third down now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
18, 5 in.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Stroud. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready up.
Here's Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Stroud. Gets this to Fant, and he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Stroud to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Stroud back to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Pushes him over. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here comes 2nd down. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And this going to wind up incomplete. So they took a chance on the fake spike. Doesn't work out, but at least here, the clock does stop with the incompletion. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Throwing his car. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have